everyone, my name is Leena Chabra and today we have with us a very famous artist, Sunita Agarwal. Her paintings depicts her personality but also her connect with spirituality. Well, you may say that this interview resonates very closely with a series of videos which I recently did on spiritual laws of success and manifestation. So let me introduce to you all my special guest and friend Sunita Agarwal.
Thank you. Pleasure to be in your show.
So this series is basically we are doing success and spirituality goes hand in hand. So because I met you once in one of the exhibition where you were explaining one of your paintings, so I found some connect of yours too much with spirituality. So I would like today to throw some light on your journey because you have been painting for more than 3 decades, I believe, and how
Yes.
where you are today, where you started from and where you're today, what all obstacles you had in your way, and how spirituality really helped you in overcoming those obstacles.
So my journey in art started when I was 5 years old, and this was a natural inclination towards art and nature and everything. And naturally, a 5-year-old child doesn't know what exactly he or she wants in life. But I used to enjoy spending time with colors and creating my own creations.
Okay.
And it so happened one day, like my father took me to his cousin's place, and there I met a Didi who was a handicap, and she was into government art college. I'm basically from Kolkata. So she said, "Okay, fine. You like painting. What do you want me to show you?" I said, "Eyes," because
Okay.
I find eyes very fascinating. So she was the one who introduced me to how to draw eyes, and then she drew it. I said, "Wow, it's magic!" Like I was immediately connected to that drawing, and that was the journey. Like it started. Like eyes was very important for me in all my paintings, and from the very childhood. So things continued. I was painting. I would spend more and more time in painting, and suddenly life gave a jolt. Like I lost my dad.
Oh,
So when I lost my dad, like it was a protected life all this time. And having seen him doing things like, he was a very spiritual person himself, and he was an ex-army officer. So we were always disciplined in how home, when to get up, and we were only given liberty on weekends, like Saturday and Sundays, were the ones we could sleep till 9 o'clock. Otherwise, he just used to enter the gate and he used to say, "Good morning." That's it. So, we didn't have the heart to, laze around, and immediately we used to get up from the bed and back to our, getting ready for school and all those stuff. So, and seeing him, if he was having lunch and he looked out of a window, somebody poor and hungry, he used to send our bhaiya who was there in our house before we were born. So we called him bhaiya. So he used to go with a plate full of, food, and he used to get daughters of poor family getting married, or sometimes looking out of the window, he used to see a person carrying a lot of birds in a cage. He used to buy all of them and just open the cage, and they used to fly. So
okay.
these things we saw and grew up. And Sundays was in afternoon. We used to sit with him, and he was very good in Persian language. So he used to read Urdu. He was from Amritsar. So he used to read us stories, moral stories, and we used to get our pocket money. And suddenly that protection, that coverage, everything was lost. So we didn't know what to do. Like suddenly you have to grow up when you were 12. And seeing my mom wasn't a very educated lady. She did her class 12, and I guess that was more than enough in those days for them, because they came from a business family. So business family is like women, and those age, I guess women got married very early.
Yes, yes, yes.
So for her, like even she was in a protective shield, like dad looking after the business and everything. Women are not involved in business, and suddenly here three children, the youngest 10-year-old and the 12 and a 16-year-old boy, and taking charge of her life and day-to-day chores and livelihood. And we experienced that suddenly life threw us in a storm, and we had to fend for ourselves. In a sense, we had everything, but people started pouring in, pouncing like, "Ye to mera hai, ye to mera hai, ye due hai, ye due hai." Because she didn't know anything. It was like, you know, pouncing on each pound of flesh they could get off. So suddenly, I grew up. We all had to grow up. We had no other choice. Like childhood was gone over now. It was with responsibility. And there was a time in my life when we were prepared for a mass suicide also. My mom. She said, if we can't make it, we will not leave anybody to suffer. So if we survive together. If we lose together. And for a 12-year-old child, thinking that we don't know whether we are going to live the other day, whether the other day is the day which is the last day on earth. So we had this Hanumanji, Jinko Dadaguru, we used to say.
Okay.
So he was like my grandfather. So I used to talk to him. I used to, all my problems were shared with him. And somehow I felt we connected and he gave me the answers. So we used to sit in front of him in a circle, holding hands and crying. So many a times at night, I used to feel it's all a dream. It's not true. Dad is still there. He must be sleeping somewhere. And sometimes I used to feel like going under the table, just close my eyes, like, and I guess it's a dream. It's a very, very bad dream. And I just want to get up. But then slowly with time, things were settling. My brother sacrificed his studies. He was in class 10, so he gave up his studies to help my mom with the business. And he studied privately, of course, but then there was mom, there was two sisters to look after, and we were all alone. Like no chacha, no mama, and all. They were all there, but they were not there. So like everybody wanted everything.
Right.
So yeah, so we grew up, and then as 2 years passed and we were settling, and then I realized I need to do something. Like, I can't see my mom or I can't be a burden. So what can I do? I love painting the most. So I thought, why not teach children? And I can earn pocket money and I can contribute. So I started teaching children, my neighborhood children in Kolkata. And slowly, they loved being with me, and we were enjoying. It was not like a teacher-student relationship. It was more like a Didi and all kids coming, and we used to have fun. Sometimes I used to just stop an ice cream wala and said, "Sabko jo ice cream chahiye, sabko de do." And and I stayed in a place in South Calcutta where there was lakes and a boating club and a swimming club. So a lot of greenery.
Okay.
So I used to take all of them there, and we used to have fun, outdoor painting and fun. And, it was really very good time. And I guess children are the most beautiful things in the
They are. They are.
world. I mean, they are so pure. You connect with them so beautifully. They have such innocence and they say so much through their eyes. So I started earning, and it wasn't much money, but still I contributed a little to my mother, but I never gave it to her because I didn't want to hurt her pride. So I knew what was required at home, suppose some fruits or vegetables. In my small way, I used to contribute. So grew up, and then I did my college and still continued with my art. And when I was in my 1986, I met my husband, and another turning point in my life. I thought maybe life will be a tough battle and I have to really fight for it. But I never gave up. Like I was a strong girl. I could take on the world. Like I really was scared of God, my karmas, and I did not bother about anything. It made me so. So survival of the fittest.
Wow.
So I met my husband. It was another turning point in my life because he was like a balm. Like he was very supportive. He appreciated my art. He was a turning point in my life, supported me, and I my of the then I met Karuna Shah, a very contemporary artist, and under her apprenticeship, I learned she herself was a very confident lady. So she pushed us, and then through that journey, I met a lot of friends. Like one of my friends still there in Nalini. She's in Australia. So we both used to hang around and go anywhere, sit outdoors, paint. And then I came across certain people, and there was a group called Lachin Potua. So associated with them, did some exhibitions, street exhibitions. It's my journey was on, and I did face problems, but I never gave up. I never ever gave up. Like it's very natural. You feel sometimes you feel like, maybe or maybe not, you might not make it what you want to do or what you dream in your life. But then I was holding on to it. I said, no, he must have written something for me. Because when I used to walk, I don't know, since I connected with Dada Guru Hanumanji, so there was a spiritual connections. Even when I used to walk on the streets, I could feel myself and myself inside me talking. There were two entities. I always felt that, like I am a separate entity and somebody inside me. So
That
I
was
used
so.
to listen advisor. So my routine used to be, even when I was 16, 17, I used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I used to be out for my walks. And there was this Kali Mandir also. I used to go there and meditate. I didn't know how to meditate, but I used to like that vibration. And then I used to go for my walks and play and everything. I used to enjoy connecting. That used to give me a lot of energy. So I never felt like I did some. I was fine with it. I was okay to just brush it off and move ahead. Like, ठीक है, छोड़ो, side में back फेंको and just move on with it. And because I'm a person living for the day, I plan my future. I do plan, but not much. I don't. I want to live today properly. I enjoyed that attention, and that used to give me a lot of confidence. But somehow, inward, I used to miss my dad. I wanted him to see all this. So
So,
I guess that was my journey, and then
it was like what I conclude is a lot of determination you had, because the discipline was always there with you people, as you were, brought up in a, atmosphere where the discipline was, the seeds were there already with you people. Now, my question to you is, like, I have been, conversing with a lot of people, and a lot of people come to me, they have a lot of anxiety and all. This phase, basically when you lost your father, the kind of way or your mindset was pretty different to take that situation. So how did you deal with that emotion? Because you were very positive, the way you just narrated, you just shifted your thoughts from being into the a victim, rather than you just thought of, no, you have to do something, you have to contribute to the family, and you kept on moving forward. So, how did you handle that emotion? Was it already there in you, something, the mindset, or was it the situation which forced you to, no, you have to choose Sunita, no, you have no way out? That way around it was like there. That, how did you just came out of that phase?
after my father's funeral, next day when I saw my mom, she was clad in white sari. I just couldn't take it. I said I was a rebellious child because I was always a middle child and I had to prove myself. Because my the elder child, okay, wo bada bhaiya, you have to listen to him. And the younger one was pretty and was a dark horse. You know, every time fighting for my place to prove myself,
Right.
So I was always rebellious. I did not like the idea of my mother wearing a white sari. I said, why she should wear a white sari? I mean, I was young, but then I thought like men don't wear anything. Why she looked nice with a colorful sari and everything? Why white sari? The first thing I went and told her, Mom, you're not going to wear that white sari. I don't believe in norms. I don't believe in anything. You are going to live your life as you did. You are going to be happy. You're going to be relaxed. Papa will always be there with us. We'll miss him. Everything is fine. But you are not going to change. I'm going to dress you up. You're not going to abide by the norms. So, like, she started wearing sari with little pink color, and slowly she graduated to normalcy. But I don't know, I was always like, always questioning things which I thought it was wrong. Why? Why girls are treated in a different manner? Like I was the one who always used to play in the sun, and I was tan and dark and tall and lanky. So when my relatives used to come, especially my masis and all, so okay, she's dark and she's tall, and the younger one was a quieter one, my younger sibling. So she was very pink, fair with brown hair,
Okay.
everything very pretty. So her name was Dolly because I guess like a doll. So it was always a comparison. Look at her, look at her. Nice, quiet, kind, and she's the one who has temper on the nose. So then I said, so what? I enjoy playing even if I'm tan, so what? Like, that comparison. So sometimes you're not supposed to go out, you're not supposed to do this. I always question my mom. Or if she used to go to some Guruji and say, इनको pranam karo. I said, why should I pranam? उनको pranam क्यों करूँ? He's wearing all gold rings and with diamonds and so many precious jewelries. And
Okay.
I mean, don't other people see? He himself is so addicted to such things, he can't give up. And how can you call him Guruji? So I agree with all these norms in society. I love my Dada Guru. He's my Dada Guru, my friend, my grandfather, everything, and I don't believe him. I connect with him directly. If I have problems, he guides me.
Right.
I don't need anyone. So I was like in the very beginning. I was the odd one, you can say, in the family actually. So that was me.
That's really nice to hear. मतलब it's सुनने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, but the thing is the way you have been managing your emotions. It's not that easy. It's not that
It
easy.
wasn't.
So I think
I'll
a lot of people when they tell their story, हम सब story जरूर सुनते हैं. But I'm more interested in what are the things which you conquered. How you manage those emotions and all those things. This पूरे sequence में I am never interested in knowing how successful you have become. I'm more interested in knowing what were the obstacles that you have faced, because वो challenges हैं जो सबको पता होने चाहिए, and there are a lot of people who are sailing through the same pace, and once they listen to you also, probably they'll know कि ऐसा कर हर situation में somebody else can also do it, we can also do it. That kind of inspiration is always there.
In fact, I would like to mention one more incident. Like we were staying in a rented house at that time, and that owner was a so-called friend of my dad. The moment my dad was out of the picture, he started behaving very funnily, disturbing us. Kabhi kabhi pani rok diya. Kabhi if I used to jump around a lot, I was full of energy. So afternoons also I used to full volume.
Okay.
I used to sing, I used to jump, a lot of energy. So every time उसकी wife हमेशा बोलती थी, गाना गाओ सड़क पे गाओ. It's नहीं होती है, so people start taking advantage.
Right.
So परेशान करते ही रहता था, and my brother and my mom, they could not say anything because they were scared. But I wasn't scared because वो बढ़ता जा रहा था यहाँ तक भरा. So I was only 16, and one evening he came knocking on the door, and he said कि मुझे अंदर आने दो. And I stood on the gate. I said मैं आपको अंदर नहीं जाने दूंगी. He was like my dad's age, and there are ladies at home, and I will not give you permission. Mind you, I told him you're not allowed, and I don't give you permission to enter my premises. This is my premises right now. He was so upset. He said, I'm the landlord. I said, so you are the landlord, you might be owning this flat, but we are the residents and we pay you. So I will not allow you. And I did not allow him. And I looked straight into his eyes and I said, go back. And I shut the door. And you will not believe it. My mom was so happy. She hugged me and she said, जो मैं नहीं कर सकी इतने सालों में तुमने करके दिखा दिया.
Love
Like
it.
I did not.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And उसने बहुत हल्ला किया उसके बाद, and he said निकाल देंगे, ये कर देंगे. So what my brother told me, तुमने जो चांटा मारना था तुमने तो मार दिया, वो बड़े हैं जाके सॉरी बोल.
Right.
But उसने बहुत परेशान किया. And how nature takes care of everything. if you're doing things, though I need not say this, but they lost their younger child at a very early age, and he met with an accident. They had two sons, and he was just 18 years old, met with an accident, and death was very painful. So, I mean, I should not say this, but then I guess I find if you are on the right path, if you have right thoughts, everything is taken care of. There are a lot of things that happen with them. I can't mention, it's a long list. But then nature was taking care and it was protecting us because thoughts may be galat nahi aa raha, survive. Survival was important for us. And uske baad happiness. And happiness was that we all were together, the family was one. My brother was like dad to us, and he never made us feel like education nahi de sakunga ya ye nahi kar sakूंगा. And I told my mom कि आप मुझे दहेज नहीं चाहिए, मुझे कुछ नहीं चाहिए लाइफ में, एक पैसा नहीं चाहिए, पर मेरी पढ़ाई मत कभी रोकना. दैट इज द दहेज गिव मी. And she said, you don't worry. My brother said, you just don't worry about your studies. And he made us study in the best top college of Calcutta, most coveted college in Calcutta, best school in Calcutta. So this, what I am today, I owe all this to my brother and my mom, all their sacrifices and everything.
That's beautiful learnings from you. I love the part how कैसे you just turn that landlord back. ये बहुत मुश्किल है. ये बहुत मुश्किल है. Not everybody can do it. And the way you face fear. I mean, you never had the fear only basically. This is something very beautiful.
No, because पूरे area में हल्ला हो गया था.
हाँ, I wanted to emphasize because ये कोई बहुत छोटी मोटी बात नहीं है. It is something.
I never feared. I thought I had special powers. I always thought
16-year-old child is doing it. Okay. So just want to know what, did you pursue your, your paintings and your passion after your marriage, because you have children, right? So basically every woman faces this phase of life when you have a passion, you have a calling for your work, and at the same time you have to balance with your family. How did you manage? Because maternity time bhi aaya hoga, there might be times jab aapki family ko aapne prioritize kiya hoga, aapne work ko suffer kara hoga. So how did you manage all that thing? And a lot of emotions jab aate hain, especially I would say post your delivery, you have that kind of a thing. Jab aapko ek baar lagta hai ek saal, what am I doing? We are just giving time to the child and family, अपना जो main passion है उसे compromise कर रहे हैं. तो वो phase आता है जब lot of emotions one person goes through. I've seen lot of females going through that thing कि जब आप अपने किसी काम को बहुत sacrifice करते, तो how did you sail through that phase?
Well, I married into a Marwari family, Banya family, and I was a Punjabi. So मेरे लिए क्रॉस कल्चरल मैरिज था एंड मेरे लिए सब कुछ नया था. Everything was different. Even the thought process is different, and the way we grew up, we were taking our own decisions, what to do, how to do, and everything. And suddenly you get married, and there's a complete family with my father-in-law, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my husband and all. So initially it was difficult to adjust, but then I told myself, okay, this is something new. And my mother-in-law was very patient. Like, she used to teach me cooking, and my father-in-law was also very patient. Like, there was no pressure as such. But naturally, when you come from one culture to another culture, there's so many differences which it's again a new learning.
Yes.
So instead of fighting what you wanted to do in life, like, I stopped that. I just went with the flow. I said, okay, if I'm destined for certain things in life, let me learn, let me go through this process. Because achieving something is not so easy, like you fight and you go and you get it. No. Sometimes destiny has certain things chalked out for you. You have to go through those processes, those pleasure and pains also. And these, I guess, now when I look back, it's an integral part of your growth. Yes. As what you become as a person. So that was another, I can say, army training for me. A lot of pain when to get up, what to do. and bonding with everyone. And yes, I did had moments when I missed my painting and did try to paint, but could not, because there are a lot of responsibilities also, especially in Indian marriages. When once you get married and you're bahu of the house, and you're taking care of the house as well as everyone. So it happened, and children happened. My first child itself, a lot of time given to him. We shifted to Delhi from Kolkata. A year and 2 year, I was enjoying that motherhood, and then we came to Noida. I traveled from Delhi to Lucknow, and then from Lucknow to Noida. And when
Okay.
I came from Lucknow to Noida, I had my second child.
Okay.
Maybe a year or so, when he was around 2 3 years 4 years, I thought now I can start painting.
Mm.
So my husband was very supportive, and he always used to tell me. I did pick up my brushes, and I used to paint in oil paint in those days. I did try to make some paintings, but I just could not. I just couldn't draw a single line also, and I was like broken, as if I've lost everything. So
Yeah.
said, no, it's always there. Like, you don't forget swimming. Once you're thrown in the water, you start swimming,
Right.
because the tendency to survive is very strong. So take your time, take it easy, and you will get back. So I started hunting for a teacher. The kind of teacher I was looking, which I had in my mind in Kolkata, I couldn't get. But yes, I got one in Noida itself. I started going to her, and I narrated her my story. And after 2 3 classes, she said, "Baby, you are back again. The confidence is coming."
Wow.
And I started going. And thereafter, then there was no looking back. Slowly, I started picking up everything, and I got a chance to exhibit my work, my first group exhibition, and slowly, I started exhibiting and enjoying the
That's
journey.
really nice. Take it easy, go with the flow. These are the lessons which people need to understand. Acceptance was always there in you. That's why I can comprehend. But that's a beautiful lesson. If people can relate this journey, this success journey. So how do you feel like now, Sunita, where you are today? You are a successful person. You have your paintings going across the globe, not only in India, other countries also. You have customers there. So what kind of feeling does it gives you today? Your success.
I'm very happy and satisfied. You know why? Because I feel I had enjoyed the journey all through. I never felt frustrated. There were times where I did feel I wanted to do this thing in my life. But then, when you're not able to achieve that, it pushes you into despair and kind of depression and
Yeah.
hopelessness. And you think you're not worth it, or maybe you can't do it. But I guess that is the time when you have to really pick yourself up. And sometimes when you can't fight it, you join that team. Okay, fine. I guess there's another learning for me. There's another path for me. Maybe this life, God wants me to go through and experience certain things and then reach that destination. But for me, success is not having my name on the newspapers everywhere and people telling me, you should come for this show. And for me, success is that my children, my family is happy. I'm satisfied with where they are. I'm happy with my relationship with all my family members and my husband. And we are very happening when we are together. He's my best friend, my confidant, my everything, my philosopher, my guide, my biggest critique. My children are my biggest critique. So I enjoyed the journey throughout. Although I was painting, I did miss, but then I picked myself up. I did not fight it. If I had been fighting all along, I wouldn't have enjoyed my journey. I wouldn't have been very satisfied because कोई अंत नहीं है.
Right.
आप एक चीज आपको मिल जाएगा उसके बाद ये भी चाहिए गाड़ी मिल गई ऑडी मिल गई तो उसके बाद लंबोर्गिनी चाहिए तो वो मिल गया तो स्पेस शटल चाहिए तो चांद में जाना है तो उसका कोई अंत नहीं है सो यू हैव टू पुट अ स्टॉप एंड यू हैव टू सी what makes you happy at the end of it what makes you happy that matters so painting makes me happy staying with my loved ones, because I understand the importance of family. When I see my children with my husband spending time, I feel very happy, because that is what I always wanted with my dad also, to see my children grow, to see my children complaining about me to him, and then he's scolding back, Sunita, you're too strict with them, you should behave with them this way, that way. I would have loved that. And he's spoiling, and I telling him, Dad, you're spoiling my kids. So those kind of relationship, when I see that, I just sit back as a darshak and I see the whole scene. It's like a movie that goes in front of my eyes. So I enjoy that journey. And God has been very kind. I think I'm a favorite child of God. I always tell that to my husband.
Indeed, you are.
He has been extremely kind to me. I've seen sufferings. Yes, I've seen sufferings. I've seen people, and I was initiated to Vipassana also, a form of meditation by Sri Goenka ji. So that also gave me another experience wherein, while doing my Vipassana, a 10-day camp, I experienced something which I never experienced. Like, I saw my journey when I was 5 years old till the date I was meditating, and all the skeletons of my cupboard came out. Even एक चींटी को मारा, एक लड्डू चोरी करके खाया, या झूठ बोला, या which we all do, कभी ना कभी सभी करते हैं लाइफ में. So that's very normal. And वो सारी चीजें निकली till I was there sitting and meditating. So that was very interesting, which I went and told my acharya कि I think मेरा मन भटक रहा है. And she said कोई बात नहीं, आप जाके बैठ जाओ, ठीक हो जाएगा. फिर जहाँ बैठो तो वो कहानी वहाँ से शुरू. That was very interesting. And sometimes I guess I feel things. I have a good intuitive powers. Like, I can feel it. I connect with my husband. If suppose he's not in Delhi, he's somewhere else and he's not feeling okay, I can connect and I can feel that something is not okay with him. I feel restless and we connect and I know. So I think God has been very kind to me. I have no complaints. I'm very happy as a soul. I still get up in the morning, quarter to 4. I enjoy my run, my walks. I connect with nature, whether it's winter, sun, or rainy season. I think the darkness, the direct connection when I see the stars and the moons and the trees and the chirping of birds, and I'm up before the sun is up. So I compete with sun. I love seeing the sunrise. I love the smell in the air in the morning. I love the clouds. I love everything. So I'm very grateful for this life. I mean, I couldn't have asked for more.
You know what I have to say, like while you were speaking only, the energy, the glow is already there. And you have beautifully explained your life. People have been chasing for certain goal and you have been living every moment. And that's why you have been happy. Because what I have noticed, most of us are realizing later, I didn't give time. They have the guilty feeling to the family or something they have to suffer. Which in your case, you have balanced everything so beautifully and your spiritual connection was always there, I would say. Not only when you went through the meditation or something, but in the beginning only, that something was already there, acceptance, going with the flow. Every time you were always connected with your own self, which is such a beautiful, I would say, learning for the people who are really chasing their goals and getting frustrated in the process, whereas they're forgetting that this is just a journey. Success is just a journey.
You have to trust that journey, actually. If you believe in the divine, if you believe in some path, you have to trust that journey. You have to be like childlike. He's taking care of you. Everything is taken care.
Yes.
So you just don't worry. Do your karmas right. Enjoy the
It doesn't come easily. It comes with people do not trust. They say they trust, but actually to let go wala hota na, surrendering is not coming easily.
Unless you trust, you can't enjoy the journey. Because if you're skeptical every time you're doubting, कि अच्छा ये बुरा हुआ तो ऐसे ये शायद आपके अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है. Actually you don't realize now, but later you realize कि ये इसलिए हुआ था. So you have to build that trust. Unless you trust, like बच्चा होता है ना, पेरेंट्स को ट्रस्ट करता है, वो उंगली पकड़ के चलता है बच्चा. एवरी टाइम वो छोटा रहता है कभी नहीं छोड़ता है उंगली. So वैसे ही हमें भी वो पकड़ के रखना है, that trust, that invisible hand, like he's always there, come on. He'll take good care of you. He's You are here because he's there.
Yes, that's a golden nugget, to be picked up.
Yeah.
So the whole process was so beautifully explained, and a lot of learnings to be taken from this session, I believe. So, what at the end I would like to ask you, what are the learnings you would like to share with the people? One or two points they should implement in their life, so that to experience such a blissful life and be happy in whatever moment they are.
I think the first and foremost is be a childlike person, be a child, be inquisitive, enjoy every moment. If you see a child, it's always bubbling with energy, always ready to learn, always curious to see things around you, happy,
Happy.
irrespective of whatever is going around in your surroundings. It doesn't bother him. He sleeps soundfully and get up in another day, another chance, another fight. Okay, we are going to win it. And it's not winning to satisfy your ego, it's winning to live life to the utmost. We hardly live life actually. It's most of the time is jealousy. वो क्या कर रहा है, उसने लाइफ में ऐसा कर लिया, मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया लाइफ में. राइट? तुमने कुछ नहीं किया, तुम बहुत कुछ कर रहे हो. सी लाइक यू आर born normal, you have normal eyes, nose. People with disadvantages, full respect to them. They achieve so much. And you with such circumstances, financial stability and everything, and still complaining, it's very sad. Even when I was teaching these children, I had this handicapped girl. She was of my age. Her mother came to me and she said, "Can you handle her? Like, she really wants to join your class because she's listening so much from her cousins." Her cousins used to come. They were all 7 years old, 10 years old. And she was my age, 16, 15, 16-year old. But while teaching her, she used to behave like a 5-year-old child. It was a challenge for me because I myself was young. But the joy she used to exhibit while painting, and then I used to praise her, she used to shy away. I mean, that was so satisfying. That was so satisfying. It's like, I can't describe that. It's just you have to feel it.
Right.
I enjoyed thoroughly spending time with her. And for me, she was very normal. She was extremely normal. I mean, those are the things, help people. You don't have to click pictures and post it on Instagram and ये वो कि मैंने इसको हेल्प किया, वो करना है तो चुपके से. लाइक हमारे घर में एक सिस्टम था, एक दान खाता होता था, where we used to put in money. अपना पैसा डालते थे, कुछ ना कुछ एक शेयर जरूर डालते थे. Like my dad had created that दान खाता, and end of the day, like गरीबों को खाना खिलाना, या अष्टमी वाले दिन पूरी कालीवाड़ी में जितने गरीब होते थे, पूरी एकदम भंडारा चलता था, एंड ऑल दो स्टफ. सो वो होना बहुत जरूरी है. इफ यू वांट टू रियली हेल्प समवन, कैन कंट्रीब्यूट. वो दाएं हाथ को बाएं हाथ का पता नहीं चलना चाहिए. यू डोंट हैव टू बी लाउड अबाउट इट. Just enjoy, I guess. Be childlike. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy the nature. Enjoy the birds. Enjoy everything. All the children. बच्चे आते छोटे-छोटे sparkling eyes. I mean, amazing. Amazing. You live life. You breathe life.
ये एस्पेक्ट तो मुझे इतना मजा आ रहा है ना सुन के. आई थिंक अब जितने भी लोग सुनेंगे, they are seeing, witness. It's not जब हम बात करते हैं spirituality and success की, हम real में ऐसे लोग हैं, people like you. I would say, they would be experiencing this way you are telling, that energy is showing, your smile is showing, every enthusiasm is reflecting on your face. पूरा प्रोसेस भी और अपना एनर्जी और हैप्पीनेस अभी भी हो रही है. you're enjoying, you're just enjoying every moment. Even I feel like you're enjoying this moment as well, and you're not at all conscious of कि क्या बात कर रहे हैं, कहाँ कर रहे हैं, जो बोल रहे हैं दिल से बोल रहे हैं. That's very very authentic and genuinely coming out. That's what I love about you, in fact. And I would like to thank you, Sunita, for giving your time and sharing your all your experiences. And I hope everybody who's watching this and get some these golden nuggets, start implementing. सुनते बहुत हैं, पढ़ते बहुत हैं, implementation नहीं होता. I always say that thing.
पढ़ने से भी नहीं होगा, experience से. I mean, जिस दिन आप बच्चे बन जाओगे, I become a kid with my children also. Sometimes my children tell me, "Mummy, आपकी age है." I said, "What age? Age कुछ नहीं है. I enjoy that. Like my husband enjoys my energy. He says you're bubbly and every time full of enthusiasm. Or I guess that is my survival. I survive like that. I enjoy that. I enjoy every moment. So I guess that is the only mantra. Don't run after money और शोहरत, और मैंने बहुत शोहरत और सब कुछ देख लिया, पर मुझे लगता है शोहरत के पीछे दौड़ते हुए वो अच्छे इंसान नहीं बन पाते. I've seen lot of big names and everything, but they are so arrogant. I mean, they are into lot of things which are very unpleasant. You know,
I believe
किसी
one
की
should
आत्मा
follow
को
the
भी अगर
passion.
हम पहुंचा दें.
Yeah, follow
Yeah,
the passion and the money will come. You don't have to run after money. Money will follow you, in fact. You
yes,
follow your, passion.
money is
That's it.
important. या
That,
मनी इज इम्पोर्टेंट बिकॉज आपकी सर्वाइवल है, आपकी बेसिक
yes,
नीड्स है, बट मनी को इतना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं बनाना है कि आप उसके पीछे दौड़ते जा रहे हैं.
exactly.
यू
Yes.
नो, लाइक आपकी बेसिक नीड्स, आई ऑलवेज टेल कि भगवान से कि इतना ही देना जितना कंफर्टेबल रहे. आई डोंट वांट लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. आई डोंट वांट बहुत कम भी, क्योंकि वो स्ट्रगल मैंने देखा है. आई डोंट वांट टू गो बैक इनटू दैट same phase and struggle again. You know, I don't know what is going to happen the other day. Even after marriage and my younger one, the elder one was born, I did experience certain difficulties. And हमने भी ऐसे छोटे से घर में और बिना बेड के और हैमॉक में बच्चे को रखा. डॉक्टर के लिए पैसे नहीं थे, मेरी डिलीवरी के लिए पैसे नहीं थे डॉक्टर के पास. So my doctor said it will cesarean करना पड़ेगा. My husband came and told me, no, Sunita, we can't afford a cesarean. Go for a normal. So waited, bore that pain, normal delivery किया.
Yeah.
And you know, हर पल एक स्ट्रगल होता है लाइफ में, हर कोई करता है, हर इंसान की जिंदगी एक कहानी है. बट देन आप क्या सीख रहे हो उससे? यू कम आउट मोर स्ट्रॉन्गर. नॉट बेचारी मैं व्हाट बेचारी, यू नो, इट्स
Right.
सर्वाइवल. ठीक है, एंजॉय, precious life.
Right.
So I think that is the mantra. Be childlike, enjoy, be disciplined. You know, child does not mean discipline nahi hai. Disciplined, hard working, forget everything. और ज़्यादा जजमेंटल अगर हम हो जाते हैं जब कोई भी सिचुएशन में, तो वो हमें परेशान करता है. सो जस्ट ब्लॉक दिस थिंग.
Yes.
अगर जो करना है तो करना है, बस कूद जाओ, forget everything. अपने आप हो जाओ.
Right.
So
Thank you so much, Sunita, for all this
pleasure.
wisdom of yours. Thank you so much. And I'll also be sharing your link, your Facebook link, where they can have a view of your paintings. Because what I love about your painting is not that more than your paintings, I like you as a person. Now, everything what you yeah, what comes out in the painting is reflection of you, whatever you say, and you're living up to it. That's the beautiful part of it. Thanks once again, Sunita. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing my humble. I enjoyed sharing my humble journey and hope कुछ लोग inspire हो. And it's an honor. It's an honor. अगर किसी की भी life में कुछ change आती है, I feel blessed. I think God has been very kind to make me that medium कि
With the intention